Yo, what's good, fellas? It's Beegs. I hope y'all been good. I'm not streaming right now. I typically do these kind of things on stream. I wanted to play her for a good while and get a grip of her before I made one of these, and I'm still not accustomed to all of her matchups yet, but I get the general understanding of how they go, and I think I'm decent enough to at least indicate on where she struggles and where she doesn't in certain matchups. Before we fucking get into this, you motherfuckers, you fucking tier list goddamn vultures, bro. This is an opinion. I'm not the best jury, nor do I claim to be the fucking best jury, okay? This is my fucking opinion. If you guys got a problem with it, shut the fuck up or don't. I don't give a fuck. If you disagree, I don't care. If you do agree, I don't give a fuck. Congratulations. Anyway, let's get on to the tier list. So, first off, I'm going to start off with Blanka. I think Blanka, I'm just going to go in a line like this. Anyway, I think Blanka is honestly even in this game. I think Blanka has a lot of bullshit, but I think it's 5-5 overall. And, with every single one of these matchups, I'm going to give, like, a reasoning as to why I think it's even or it's losing or it's winning. And for Blanka, I think Juri deals with Blanka ball really well. And obviously that's Blanka's big thing. Blanka players, they can't play neutral without it. Let's be real. It's like Honda players. You don't pick Blanka to play neutral. You pick Blanka to throw out Blanka balls. So let's talk about Blanka's most prominent move and why I think Juri is decent against it. If you guys didn't know, crouch medium punch is a disjoint, right? So this button is godlike against Blanka ball. So if I have him do heavy Blanka ball, right, and I'm around this range, if I throw out this, you see I won't lose to it, right? I'll actually beat it. Right, and then you can get something like simple like this off of a conversion, right? But if I were to use something like stand medium kick, see, it'll trade. Or if I use something like stand fierce, trade, right? Any other button just trades. But this button, as you can see, it's very easy to react to Blanka ball, right? Heavy Blanka ball. You just throw this out and it'll work. Another thing that she can do against Blanka ball, it's a lot harder to do, but it's something you can do, is back jump, air grab last second. And I'll see if I can do it. I don't do this often. I've done it like once or twice at most. Yeah. As you can see, she can air grab heavy Blanka ball. Timing's a little tight, but it is doable. But as you can see, she deals with Blanka ball really well. I think Blanka can also deal with Juri pretty well. Because he actually does have good buttons, and air Blanka ball is some bullshit in this game. Regardless, so talking about the next matchup, Cammy. I think Cammy's even. I don't know. I've heard fucking Juri players say this matchup is bad, but I think it's even. I think Juri and Cammy basically want to do the same thing in a way, but Juri has a fireball. Yeah, they both have really good neutral buttons. They both have really good neutral tools. Cammy gets in a little bit easier than Juri does, in my opinion. But, so let me show you why I think this is even. So the reason I think Cammy's even, as I just said, really similar buttons, as you can see. Really good range, really good whiff punish tools. She really doesn't have a single bad button, as you can see. All of her buttons are really good, from her sweep to her pokes. Amazing. That's always been Cammy in every Street Fighter game. She's always had really good range and really good neutral. Point is they both have really good buttons. Juri has this button, Cammy has this button. They both have really similar buttons. The way this matchup works is using fireballs to bait out dive kicks and spin knuckles. And spin knuckle is very reactable. Let me do this. See, she throws off spin knuckle to react to this. As you can see, I can check it, because she has two options here, or three options here when you throw out a fireball, right? When you throw out a fireball, she has three options. Spin knuckle, right? Spin knuckle like that through the fireball, okay? Or she can dive kick, right? She can also dive kick. So if she dive kicks over it, I can DP it, right? Or third option is obviously just block. Her third option is obviously just a block, and then you get your offensive pressure started, right? You can go for a throw. You can do whatever. So yeah, this matchup is all about baiting out Cammy's tools, because your neutral buttons are very similar. So you play a lot of neutral in this matchup, and you guys' corner pressure is both ridiculous. You guys both have really good pressure. Basically, you guys are really similar to each other, and you both want the same thing, but Juri has the luxury of a fireball, and Cammy has the luxury of a lot of options to get through the fireball. So you just got to work around getting baiting those options out and punishing this bitch, because like she's really annoying. Okay, who we got next? Chun-Li. Okay, people are gonna rail me for this. I think this matchup is Okay, I don't think it's 4-6, but I'm gonna put her here anyway. This matchup doesn't feel good for Juri, in my opinion. I think some Juri players will disagree, some will agree here, but this matchup does not feel good to me. And reason being, her fireball. Her fireball is the main reason this feels bad for me. If you guys didn't know, Juri really struggles against fireballs in this game, and Chun-Li's moves really slow, so she can just dash behind it, right? Juri really struggles against fireballs in this game, in my opinion, which is why Guile, I think, is really bad for her. So, you're looking to parry this, and then she dashes up and gets her pressure because her fireball is so slow. It's kind of like Juri fireball, where you can throw it out and you can walk behind it, right? That's why Juri's really good in neutral, is because you have an I win button with the with fireballs, because she's so slow you can just walk behind it, right? Walk behind it and try to bait out a jump. Chun-Li is very similar in that regard, right? Because if she throws out a fireball and then I jump, see, she can just react, right? And the worst part about it is, since these fireballs don't clash, right? Since her fireball and Juri's fireball doesn't clash, right? Okay, so she throws out her fireball, I throw out mine. They don't clash, right? Because mine goes under. It means she can jump over my fireball and still get pressure, right? So, overall, she just wins the fireball war. Her buttons are very good. They're about as good as Juri's. Maybe some are better than hers, honestly. She has really good neutral tool, decent damage. She can just walk Juri down for free, and there's not really much Juri can do about it because of the fireball. You can't really jump over the fireball because Chun-Li has some of the easiest anti-airs in the game. She's auto-correct down DP. It's really, really easy. I don't know how you Chun-Li players are fucking ass. You niggas who play Chun-Li are fucking garbage. I don't know how you manage to not anti-air people every time. Regardless of Chun-Li slander, this character's good against Juri because Juri doesn't have anything to really deal with the fireball. And Chun-Li can actually really play footsies with Juri. With how fast her crouch medium kick is. Stand fierce is really good. You know. Anyway, it's the fireball that really gets me. Okay, Dhalsim. I struggle in this matchup, honestly. I really do. I'm not going to lie to you. I really struggle in this matchup, but I don't think it's actually bad for him. I think that's just me having matchup knowledge, or not having matchup knowledge because nobody plays this character. I actually think this is Juri favored. I think Juri kind of stomps Dhalsim because all it takes is one time getting in on Dhalsim. You get on Dhalsim one time, he's dead. You check his teleport one time into DP, he's dead. I'm not really going to go into the training mode to show you, but all I can say is be patient, walk block. It kind of sucks but because you're going to burnout, but walk block, look for openings with dry brush. And yeah, all it takes is one time to get on him, and then you can mix him. He's really bad on defense. Dhalsim in this game is definitely not good on defense. Deejay, I'm tempted to put him here. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Juri can really ever deal with Deejay. And the reason I say that is simple. It's simple. His fireball game is ridiculous. Matter of fact, let me just... Here, I got you. It's everything. This character has literally everything. Fast buttons, unwhiff punishable buttons. I don't think that you were meant to whiff punish this character. He has the best DR in the game. This is literally a fucking jump scare. This is a teleport. Nobody's reacting to this. You can try, but you're going to get fucking stuff for it every time. He has an insanely good fireball, as you can see. Really good fireball. He can also feint it to bait out. He can also feint it to bait out a jump. So if he goes for this, he can bait it out, go for an anti-air, or he can go for back heavy kick for an anti-air. Really, Juri, you know how I said Juri struggles with fireballs? No different with this character. He has one of the best fireballs in the game, and on the worst part about it is he teleports to you right after a fireball. So you're about this range. Guess what? It's his turn. Right? So yeah, and jumping over fireballs against this character is really hard. Really good buttons. But yeah, he really doesn't let you get an opening is where I'm at with Deejay. He doesn't really give you an opening to really punish him for anything because a smart Deejay player like Orange Man, I played against Orange Man, that motherfucker zoned me to death, basically. He just zoned me, and once I got in, he just used his really good fucking poke buttons. And it really felt helpless because I tried to whip punish it, just got fucked. But it really didn't feel good playing against Orange Man, and I took one game off of him. It was 2-1, but he's really good, Deejay. But yeah, I don't think this matchup is good at all. I don't really see how Juri can ever deal with Deejay, unless the Deejay player is just genuinely bad. But yeah, Zangief. This is even. Yeah, I think this is even. The reason being, Zangief has a lot of tools to get over her fireball. Zangief is another one of those characters, he needs one chance to get in on you, and you kind of die. So if I have Juri throw out a fireball here, and then I switch to Zangief, as you can see, he can, if he times it correctly, unlike me, you can go over the fireball, right? Obviously, if the Juri is waiting for it, you can actually, obviously, whip punish the knee if he tries to go over it with, like, Stand Fierce or something. Or he can do that over the fireball, which is unsafe, by the way, but he has a lot of tools to get over the fireball. He has a lot of health, right? Which Zangief needs to have a lot of health. So if I throw this out and he jumps, and I'd anti-air him, right? So if I set him to jump, right? See, he doesn't lose much health, right? So jumping for him is not bad, and it's just part of playing Zangief. You're going to get anti-aired, you're going to get hit. It's just part of getting in. You slowly need to walk your opponents down, because I guarantee you every player you play against as Zangief is doing this. They're back walking and blocking like this. This is all they're doing in Zangief. Because it's Zangief. Like, you know, you can't really take the risk of getting close to him, because the second he does this, you're guessing. This is SPD City. Juri does have ways to deal with it. Like I said, if he tries to knee over your fireball, as you can see, you can go for a whiff punish, right? I typically tend to use Stand Fierce, right? Because a lot of Zangief players love doing this. So all I do after throwing fireball is I crouch block, right? And then when he goes for it, when I see it come out, Stand Fierce into my combo, right? Make him pay. And look to whiff punish his knees over fireballs. You definitely want to try to zone this character. You really have to, you know, this is taking down a Titan, bro. You really got to work him down, man. Really got to beat on this motherfucker to kill him. He's a big, beefy nigga. So, yeah, force him to jump over your fireballs. Look to whiff punish, like his unsafe moves over your fireballs. Shit like that. But this matchup is even because Zangief, once he does get in, really fucks you. You have to guess. So, yeah. Anyway, on to the next character. Guile. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Good luck. I'm not even gonna show you, okay? Like, there's no reason for me to show you. If you guys are Juri players and you've ever played against Guile, you know. You know. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you. You haven't played against a decent Guile. This matchup is ass. This has to be the worst Juri matchup in the game, I think. I could be wrong. I could just be coping, but it doesn't feel good. Every time I play against a Guile, even if they're not good at the game, it's really rough for me to beat them. I beat some Guiles, and then other Guiles I lose to miserably. And even when I beat them, I literally have to play perfect and work my ass off to fucking win, right? So, yeah, this matchup's hard. Like I said, going back to the thing, Juri doesn't deal with fireballs well in this game. Your Dry Brush doesn't really do much for you because he's just going to spam Sonic Boom. So, yeah, you really have to play really, really patient and hope for the best in this matchup. Play super patient, walk him down, and look to anti-air him because they're eventually going to jump. It's rough, or they're eventually going to Dry Brush at you. So, this character's probably top 3. Not probably, he is top 3. So, yeah, really rough, but Honda. Okay, Honda. Now, I'm not the best at the Honda matchup, right? This isn't ordered, by the way. I'm not ordering this, by the way, so if you guys thought this is ordered, it is not. I'm really bad at the Honda matchup, so I can't speak for everybody with this matchup. But I'll give it a 5-5. I think it's even. Honda's game plan is just... You guys may be asking, does the disjoint work against Honda? It does, but its timing is way rougher. You have to do it instantly. It's way rougher. The button has to be out there already. See? It's a lot harder for it to trade, and you're better off at this range just going for DI or maybe perfect parry, right? So look at the damage I get off of perfect parry. I got 12% of his health bar. What is stopping this guy from doing it again? He can do it 10 more times before he dies. 9 more times before he dies. So what is deterring this nigga from doing it again? You know what I mean? And I have to perfect parry every time. Let me remind you. So, what is deterring this guy from going for headbutt constantly? I think Honda's game plan is way too easy bake oven, fucking lobster bib, fucking goo goo gaga status type beat. He is really brain dead, really simple. If you play Honda, you know you're carried. Let's be real. Honda players, you're fucking dog shit. Everybody who plays Honda is fucking bad. So yeah, another thing as to why I think this matchup's 5-5, it's Juri, dude. You can train this guy to do a lot of shit, as I said. That's something that Juri's always good at. So if he goes for, let's say he goes for headbutt over the fireball, because it goes over fireball, so you can go for a DP, or you can look for a DI, like I said. On top of this, I need to do more labbing against butt slam. I know you can air grab it if you're ready. A lot of Hondas, what they like to do is when they're in the corner like this, they like to do heavy headbutt to get out of the corner. See? So you crouch the first hit, right? You see this? You crouch the first hit, and then you go for air grab. Because if you stand, you'll get, look, if you stand here, so if you stand here, see I'll get hit, but if I crouch, I don't get hit. You see that? So if you crouch the first hit, right, and then you air grab him and put him back in the corner, right? A lot of Honda players like to do that. I use this a lot against Hondas because a lot of Honda players like to use headbutt to get out of the corner, or butt slam to get out of the corner. So they do like jab into like that shit, or they just wake up with EX headbutt, or a headbutt butt slam. So yeah, she can air grab it. So yeah, another thing I like to do with deal with headbutt is go for her jump short, her jump light kick, or a jump medium kick. And the reason I do this is because it's a cross-up. So this is a cross-up, hits both sides, so it doesn't matter which side he's on. So if you're fast enough, you can go for that, right? I think Honda's game plan really fucks everybody. Like, he's really brain dead. So the reason this is 5-5 is Honda's just brain dead. Okay, this I'm gonna put Jamie and ID. I'm gonna make a new slab, right? And Jamie players can tell me. I have no idea anything about. I've played like three decent Jamies, so like it's like checkmate. I don't know whether I want to put him in 5-5 or maybe even slightly jury favored. Honestly, it might be slightly jury favored, but I'm gonna skip Jamie because I just don't know enough about him because I haven't played against enough Jamies. Nobody plays him for some reason. I think I need to make a 5-5 section. We'll do a 5.5 to, what is it, 4.5, like that. This is slightly jury favor, right? This is slightly jury favorite, and I'm gonna put JP here. I think JP is gonna be the only character in this section, honestly. I think jury can deal with him, but the second he gets you full screen, it's rough. If you can get on top of this character and guess right on his parries, it's Jover. I mean, you fucking run this character down. The reason why Jury's good against him, you can actually drive rush through his. You guys have probably saw it in multiple of my videos. I play against a lot of JPs, and they one and done me all the time. You can actually drive rush through his fireballs if you're fast enough at mid-screen. And Jury drive rush, as you can see, goes full screen. So if you're about here and you're blocking or parrying, you just drive rush, you're on him. Then you make him guess, right? You make him guess with the parry system. The reason I think JP is ridiculous is his parries counter strikes and throws. It needs to counter one or the other. It can't counter both. Apart from that, JP is annoying, but he's not cancer. I mean, he is cancer. Let me get that out of the way, but he's not. He is broken. Regardless, yeah, she deals with JP pretty well. I don't know really how to show you because I don't know how to play JP, but just take my word for it and go watch one of my videos. She deals with JP pretty easily. Ken, I think she loses this. Number one is obviously fireball. He has a good fireball that goes over your fireball, and Ken can also, and Ken can cancel his run on the way to you. So if you're about this screen, he covers so much. If you're about here on the screen, look how much ground he covers. Look at that. And I think you can cancel it before that, but I don't know how. So if he throws out the slow version, he's chilling. He's chilling. And if you try to jump, guess what? Guess what he can do after this? He can DP. So he can cross cut here, I believe, if you try to jump over, right? As you can see, he goes for a meaty. If I jump over this, he could go for a cross cut, right? So he really sets up his game plan really easily. It's hard to whiff punish this character for me specifically. I'm sure other people are decent at it, but I'm not very good at it. His low forward is really good, obviously, like Jury's. He gets in on Jury really easily. Like I said, that's the big part about Kenny. He's probably like, what, the third best drive rush in the fucking game. I mean, this shit's really fast. It goes far. He can drive rush after fireball, just like Jury. If you really think about it, Jury and Ken are very similar, but I think Ken is better because he has more corner carry, probably better damage. I think Ken has better damage than Jury. I could be wrong, but seeing the really optimal Ken shit makes me believe that he has more damage than Jury, even though Jury does a fuck ton of damage. But Jury can fight him. It's doable, I think. I don't think it's completely lost for Jury. He Dragon Lashes a lot, as you can see. If he does this a lot, right? A lot of Ken players like to do this. You can actually react with DI, right? And this will smoke this. You can react pretty late too, see? Look how late I'm reacting. Kimberly, I think this character smokes Kimberly. Yeah, I'd put her here, I think. Kimberly players have these crazy setups that she's just annoying. If you never let her push you to the corner, you're fine. You can check her run cancel. You know this jump shit that she does? I don't even know how to do it. Kimberly players are going to do this a lot over your fireball. And if you see, right, if I throw out fireball and she does it, even from this range, I'll catch it because of fucking heavy DP. Heavy DP goes so far forward. A lot of Kimberly players like to elbow drop over your fireballs instead of just blocking them. And you can just react with DP. On top of that, Kimberly has no reversal other than her supers. So if she does this variant of sprint, and then cancels it, a lot of Kimberly players like to do this from like this range. Fuck. A lot of Kimberly players like to do it from about this range and then cancel it, right? If she does that, you can check this. I've checked this a billion times. I'm sure you can find plenty of clips of me checking it. Obviously, if she goes for the overhead or the torso cleaver, you will actually check both of these options. So if I do this, see, I check that. If she goes for the overhead, right, you can check this too if you're fast enough. See, because it comes out it doesn't come out very fast, right? This is the overhead. It doesn't come out very fast. So I can be pretty late on this check, right? You can check it with jab too if you want, and then go into like this. But I like to use crouch medium punch. So if she goes for this variant, if you are about here and she spaces it well, as you can see if I try to check it, I'll lose. So you beat 2 or 3 out of the 4 options that she can do. You beat the stop variant, you beat the overhead variant, and you beat the plus frames variant. The only one you don't beat is the slide. So she actually shuts down Kimberly run really well. She shuts down elbow drop. Juri, obviously, against her teleporty shit, she can shut this down. All it takes is a jab and a DP. Right? And you will smoke this. Just button and a DP. Lily, I think I'll put her here, but I might put her in IDK because I don't play against enough Lilies. I actually have to spend meter against her unless she goes on you. Like, never use EX Fireball in this matchup. You'd be stupid to. Just don't use EX Fireball in this matchup. Remember that you can DI non-EX Condor Spire. Her buttons are actually deceivingly fucking insane, to be honest. Yeah, save meter for drive reversal against her EX Condor Spire. Be ready to DP your Air Condor Spire if you ever use Fireball. Using Fireball in this matchup is pretty hard. I would kind of recommend against it, but if you can like bait out a Condor Spire with it, it's not bad. You can drive rush if she tries to use stocks, or she tries to charge her wind stocks. Yeah, Juri kind of deals with her decently, but I'm not very acquainted in the matchup, so I'm gonna put her in 5-5. But I actually do think with time this matchup will actually be Juri favored. Luke, I ain't gonna lie to you. This matchup feels like ass. I might just be fucking bad. This matchup feels like shit. It's not as bad as like Deejay, but it doesn't feel good. You know how I said I always go back to that thing where Juri struggles against fireballs because this character has a hit scan fireball, as you can see. This comes out instant. Like, it comes out instant and it hits instant. There's basically no travel time on it. So if I have him do this, as you can see, Juri struggles with fireballs, but she has to instantly stop what she's doing and do it. So if he's just zoning me like this, as you can see, I have to inch forward and then parry like this. I don't gain a lot of ground. And if the Luke player is good, he won't just spam this and he'll be ready for DP. Right? So jumping over fireball is really rough. On top of this, Luke is arguably the best character in the game. If you see his buttons, his neutral buttons are really easy goo goo gaga Buzz Lightyear pajama whiff punishes. This button moves you forward insanely. Look at this shit, by the way. Really good. Arguably the best fireball in the game. Really good drive rush, by the way. Good ass low forward, fast, does the job. Look at all of his buttons are good. All of his buttons are good. Yeah, really good damage. I think he has the best supers in the game, by the way. He's good in burnout. He has the best super group in the game, in my opinion. Some of the best buttons in the game. Really easy neutral. Arguably best fireball. Good drive rush. He's just stellar in every single category, which is why I think most people think he's the best. I think that's why most people think he's the best. But yeah, you want to take your time getting on this character and try to whiff punish his stand fierce and his stand roundhouse. Because as you can see, these buttons move him far forward. So if he uses this and he misses, as you can see, kind of leaves him in range to whip punish it, and it has kind of long recovery. You can whip punish a lot of his buttons, honestly, if you're ready, as you can see. That is one thing Juri does do good against Luke. I'm bad at it, personally. I don't know why I can't whip punish Luke. I just need more practice against him, honestly. But whip punishing him, Juri has really good tools to whip punish everybody, but especially Luke. Manon, I mean, this matchup is fucking ass for Manon, I'm not going to lie. You can't really spin through Juri Fireball. You can't, just don't try to play neutral with Manon. You can't really whip punish her buttons, I'll be honest. Take it from a former Manon player, this character's buttons are privileged as hell. Manon players don't really know how to deal with Juri's Fireball game. They just default to jumping. They will actually either do this, right, because this goes over Fireballs, right? If I throw out a Fireball, as you can see, this goes over Fireballs. Yeah, she does that, or she jumps over it, both of which you can punish. A lot of Manon players will be desperate, and they'll do some really unsafe shit, like this or this to get in, when in reality they could just be using this because this is safe. Now, if you can react to it, this is actually DIable. I reacted to this with DI before. As you can see, I'm getting a punish counter. Wake up level 1 is not, I know what you guys may be thinking. Wake up level 1 is not actually projectile invincible. See how she didn't go through projectiles? Now, it has a fucking 68 frame recovery, as you can see. So, if she does this, which a lot of Manon players will do, because she doesn't, remember, Manon doesn't have a reversal other than her supers. So, if Manon players do this, this is the punish you get. You get like 63-62% damage if you have full resources. You can get even more if you have full Fuha stocks. I just did that without Fuha stocks, so yeah, 63%. But as you can see, a lot of Manon players will do that. Juri just really, the main game plan against this character is throw out fireballs and force her to make bad decisions. Marisa, yeah, fuck off, Marisa players. I'm not letting this slide under the sun. This character is fucking ridiculous, and if you don't think Marisa's really good, you're fucking stupid as fuck, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, you're a fucking idiot. Marisa players like to downplay this character, but this character does way too much damage. You have to play literally perfect against this character, because all it takes is 2 touches and you lost. Yeah, Juri deals with her okay. You can react to Superman Punch with DI or Crouch Medium Punch, because remember, it's a disjoint. This character, it's really hard to whiff a button as Marisa, so looking for whiff punishes on anything other than Gladius is rough. When she goes for Gladius, just do Stand Fierce to counter it. I'll show you real fast. So when she goes for Gladius like this, a lot of Marisa players like to do this. You have to get used to whip punishing it, because it's kind of hard to whip punish, because if you do it too early, you'll miss. So you have to do it right after it's done coming out, right? So yeah, you want to whip punish Gladius with that, because a lot of Marisa players like to do like a semi-charge version of it, and you can definitely whip punish it with Stand Fierce if you're ready. Apart from that, good luck. I mean, I say it's 5-5 because Juri can deal with Marisa pretty well, but I'm pretty bad at the Marisa matchup for 1, and for 2, this character is such bullshit. I want to put her in 4-6, but I'm not going to, because I know my head will be on a stake, because Juri does have things to deal with her. Ryu, I don't need to say anything about Ryu. He's just Ryu. He has a fireball. He has solid buttons, solid damage. He's just red with no butter, white people chicken, no seasoning. Like, you deal with Ryu the same you've always dealt with Ryu. Like, I think Juri has a slightly harder time against him in this game because you don't have flip kick over fireball, but overall, not too bad. But yeah, that's the matchup list. Let me know if you guys liked it. Give me your opinions down below. To be honest though, if they're like negative or whatever, you guys can call me a fucking idiot. You say this is the worst tier list ever. I don't care. Remember, I could care less. Tier lists are subjective opinions, so it's all opinionated. So yeah. That's the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Fucking incredible.
Try to treat me like greater than post me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams.